Welcome back to the second week of Sports Club. Hopefully this week will be just as record-breaking as the first week. Before we delve into the Week 2 matchups, let's get a word from our sponsors.
And we're back. New York Jets at New England on Thursday night. A game that actually is looking kind of interesting considering Geno Smith actually has a win.
And taking the injuries that the New England Patriots have suffered in the past few weeks, this might be a pretty good game.
And they almost got beat by the Bills.
They did. They sure did.
And they're facing a mobile quarterback just like EJ Manuel.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
yeah.
and it's what can you expect from a rookie quarterback? So, I really think this game's going to be interesting. I still think New England takes it at home.
I agree.
I'm going to go with the Jets.
Really?
Right.
Interesting.
High five.
St. Louis at Atlanta, the game that
This is
I really think that this game's going to be a
Lopsided.
blowout. Yeah, I really
Rams
think
gonna blow
I
them
think-
out. No, I'm kidding.
I think this will be a game that Atlanta really pulls ahead early, and they just kind of let off the gas in the fourth quarter. Rams might get within 7 or 10 points in the fourth quarter, garbage time points, whatnot, but they're not really going to be in the game.
Here's a big if, the
Okay.
Falcons do lose, how much will this affect them, not only, as being 0-2, but as a team mentally? Like, we've just lost two in a
If the
row.
Falcons lose the St. Louis Rams, they're not going to go to the playoffs.
They're not?
No.
it's two losses in the NFC
if you
that
can't
is,
beat the Rams
is
at
tough
home-
to get by. And considering how strong Atlanta is at home, I really don't think that's happening.
I don't think so either.
But I agree with you. I think they probably won't make the playoffs. Just that's tough to recover.
No.
Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, Cleveland at Baltimore. Baltimore actually played a better game than
Then
what
the
it was-
numbers look.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Cleveland
Peyton
didn't.
Manning's a beast.
Well, you weren't here for the first. Our recap, I pretty much said the Broncos aren't as good as they looked on Thursday night, and the Ravens aren't as bad as they looked on Thursday night. They're both good teams, and they're both going to be right there in the playoff mix. It's just one of those anomalies.
But
team.
One team had to lose.
The Browns
Absolutely.
are as bad as they look.
Absolutely, the Browns are as bad as we think.
Baltimore's
they are.
going to beat them bad. So I think
agree.
all of us agree here.
Yeah, Baltimore.
Carolina at Buffalo.
Good
This game is going to be
Terrific.
interesting.
Two teams that could have won last week.
Two young mobile
And they went
quarterbacks.
against good teams.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bills could have beat New England. Carolina could have beat Seattle.
Absolutely.
Buffalo had a really up-and-coming defense that played well against Brady. Actually held them to under 25 points. I mean, if you really think about it.
Yeah.
So that's saying something. But
Carolina held Seattle, what, to 12?
12.
Yeah, 12
Wow.
points.
Wow.
12 points, yeah.
Wow.
I think.
I'm with you on that.
I really want to go. Yeah, I really want to go with Cam and Carolina because I loved what they were getting at the end of the season last
And
year.
Seattle's a tougher team than Buffalo is.
I agree, and
But then again, they're in Buffalo.
yeah, they're on the road. I'm gonna have to go with Buffalo on this one at home.
I got
As much as I
Buffalo
want to
as
go,
well.
I'm going Carolina. I'm going to go with Carolina.
I like that pick on the.
Thank
I
you.
like them on the road. I can't.
Got to go with your gut, right?
Yeah, I got to go with the home team.
I got Buffalo at home. Minnesota at Chicago. NFC North matchup, really, really good matchup in my opinion, just simply because let's see what Chicago's defense, who held up nicely last week against Detroit for the most part, can hold up
Cincinnati.
against a running defense.
Let's speak. I don't know if y'all touched.
Yes, Cincinnati, excuse me.
I know what you meant.
Yeah, right. I don't know if y'all touched on it. Talking about Minnesota. Adrian
you weren't
Peterson. No, I wasn't. Adrian Peterson was on his first one with what, 75 yards?
78.
And then he was 15 yards and 17 tries for the rest of the game.
Yes.
That's not going to work against Chicago.
Nope.
Chicago wins this game.
I agree. Chicago wins this game.
I think Chicago wins. AP North 100.
Yes. Actually, in the games when Minnesota is,
This
I want to
would
say
be a regular,
8-2.
yes.
8-2 when he rushes for more than 20 attempts, and he was less than 20 attempts. I can't remember, man. I got my paperwork at home. I'm sorry, guys.
Did you
have
take
a-
I wrote it down up there. Y'all cleaned the ceiling. Thanks a lot, Cassie.
I was gullible up there earlier.
Washington and Green Bay.
Green Bay. Washington looked horrible against Philadelphia, I think.
I think Washington came out and they were shocked in the first half by the speed of Philadelphia's offense.
Horrible.
It's the first football RG3 has played, and
Just as long as everybody else did. He was out once the playoffs. Any team that didn't make the playoffs have
He
not
didn't
played
play
it.
the
he didn't play in the preseason. He didn't get the game speed. You can't match that game speed.
You think
Green
Washington?
Bay at
I was
home.
gonna say, you think Washington go to Green Bay and beat Green Bay?
Green Bay at home, but I do think it's going to be closer than a lot of people think, just simply because Washington came back after Philadelphia finally slowed down. Philadelphia didn't score a single touchdown in the second half or a single point.
No.
So that's saying something
Whether or
that
not
they
were
actually
taking
slowed down.
taking the foot off the gas or they were tired. That's
That's what I'm saying.
That's a good.
I don't know.
That's a good point.
Tennessee and Houston, two teams that actually have victories this year.
Yeah, wow. I mean, Tennessee looked good against a sorry Pittsburgh team.
Define good.
They beat
I think
them.
they looked okay.
They won a game in the NFL.
Yeah.
I think that's good, right?
I think that's
Ask
pretty
Jacksonville
good.
how that feels. 2 points.
Houston, on the other hand, looked really fantastic in the second half.
In the second half, yes, they did. When San Diego showed up. When San Diego showed up.
Bryce is not happy about that game.
Really?
I went to sleep.
Did you expect San Diego to win that?
Yeah.
Really?
I went to sleep halfway through the third quarter.
Or the Chargers.
28-7.
They don't win games.
How do you give up a 21-point lead at home?
They're the Chargers.
Focus. Bryce.
I'm gonna go with Houston. Houston at home.
I'm going with Houston at home.
Houston at home.
Yeah.
Miami and Indy.
2 1-0 teams.
I'm going Indy. I think Andrew Luck has too much for Miami's defense.
It's Indy.
I don't pick against my love child. We're going Indy and Andrew Luck at home.
This next game, though, Dallas at Kansas City, this one's going to be really interesting just simply because let's see what Andy Reid schemes against Tony Romo and see what they can do against Dallas's defense, who looked halfway decent.
Number 1, Dallas is not as good as they looked against the Giants.
God, I hope
Nowhere near as good as they
I
looked.
hope their offense isn't as bad as they look.
That's what I'm saying. They look. The score is nothing as good as they. I mean, 6 turnovers. They should have blew the Giants out.
100%
Number 2,
agree.
Kansas City played Jacksonville. That's not an NFL team. You
It's a high school team.
You're right? So I mean, there's no telling what you're gonna get here. Kansas City wins though.
I got Dallas on the road. I really believe in Dallas.
I gotta go with Kansas City at home.
Yeah, he can't pick the road team.
Yeah, I think Dallas's offense is too out of sync. They're not going to fix it. Des Bryant's going to be hurt this weekend.
Yes,
and
that's a big.
I honestly think the defense in Week 1 was a fluke. I don't think we'll see that again.
San Diego, Philadelphia. Quick.
I don't know what San Diego team's going to show up.
Oh, Philadelphia's at home?
Yes.
Philadelphia, right?
Philly.
Yeah.
Philly?
Yeah,
Philly.
All right, Philly across the board. Detroit at Arizona. This game is going to be really interesting just simply because I want to see more of Carson Palmer to Larry Fitzgerald.
Yes.
That's just what I want to see
I've
from
never
Arizona.
heard anybody put those when Carson Palmer after he graduated college. I've never heard somebody say, "I want to see more of this guy."
Well, I mean, let's
It's
just
just
really
really
think about this because this is actually the most interesting offense they've had in quite a while.
Since Kurt
Yes.
Warner.
Yeah.
He was
so,
not in the Cardinals.
what?
They went to the Super Bowl.
And you're an analyst?
Oh yeah, you're right. It was with the Cardinals, wasn't it? I was thinking about the Rams, dude.
Detroit, on the other hand, let's see if Reggie Bush can actually pull away from his groin injury that he's got this week and his broken finger, and see what he can do. If he can actually match 191 total yards,
That's not going to happen again.
yeah, it's against.
I don't think.
Who was the quarterback on the Rams when they had that turf? The
Very
best-
strong turf.
Yeah.
That was Kurt Warner too.
So he played for the Rams and the Cardinals?
Yes.
I don't remember him calling with the Cardinals.
He went to the Super Bowl against Pittsburgh.
Quick pick.
Arizona.
Arizona.
Arizona at home. New Orleans at Tampa
New
Bay.
Orleans.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Tampa Bay looked atrocious.
I
Yeah,
mean, Tampa
plus
Bay is going to be
Josh Freeman,
awful.
not the answer.
Good pick, Matt.
Denver at the Giants. This game-
Denver.
this is Miami. This is Manning Bowl.
Number 3, Peyton
Yes.
is 2-0. He's won the first 2.
Is that what 2-0?
Yes.
I did. I've been doing this all
Y'all
summer.
Y'all are both going Denver?
I'm going
Yes.
Denver.
I'm going Giants.
Because they're at home?
Yep, and they have a bounce back game this week.
Oh, you know, Eli Manning has never started his career. Well, actually, once since 2009, he started this season 0-2, and then twice in his career. And
Sorry, I
Are
just
you
keep
looking into another
I'm
universe?
wondering where
he's
Those
6
are
and 2.
coming.
He's 6 and 2 when in the second game week.
I think the Giants have a bounce back. They picked up Brandon Jacobs, who knows that offense and who's not going to fumble the ball. That's 2
Their
less
defense
turnovers.
is not good enough to stop Denver's offense.
Well, when their defense got field position like they did last game, it's really hard, and they did a terrific job against Dallas.
Daniel, this next game is something that Bryce and I like to call the game. Okay.
It's the game.
No,
This is
the game.
The game.
You know why?
Why?
Terrell Pryor is from what college?
Y'all's
Uh-huh.
Ohio State.
Chad Henne is from what college?
The other ones.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. And he's a
Starter.
What did I see? A fucking bitch.
Really?
Is that what you put?
Absolutely.
That's right. And Oakland's going. Look, I've been saying from the get-go since last year. I said they should start Pryor. They should start Pryor. I've been on his bandwagon riding by myself. Can I get some people to come? Pryor is good, man.
Oakland wins this.
Yes.
Jacksonville's can't cross country
Yes.
and beat this.
Yes. Yes.
Chad
Yes.
Henne is a joke.
Oakland wins this.
Daniel Bryan.
Jacksonville is a joke of a team, and Chad Henne is a clown.
The Battle of Eyebrows.
Is that what this next game's called?
Yes, it is.
San Francisco at Seattle.
The Battle of Eyebrows.
Who wins it?
I gotta go with my Niners, man. Let's compare the teams they went against last week. Packers. Panthers. Packers, we scored a lot.
So people can see it
Oh,
all.
I'm sorry. Packers, they scored a lot. Panthers,
How many
scored
fingers
a
am I
little.
holding up?
I just don't feel that the Seattle's offense is as good as the Packers' offense. Even though the Seattle's defense is better than the Packers' defense, it's going to come down to
Seattle was on the road. They came out with a road victory. San Francisco was at home.
Came
They
out with a
did
home victory.
what they were supposed to do. San Francisco was going
last
on the
year.
road.
Justin Smith was not in the game against Seattle in Seattle. He's in it this year.
San Francisco is going to one of arguably the toughest.
The
places.
loudest. They want to set a record.
Yeah, I mean they cause earthquakes. They
Yes.
literally measure on the Richter scale.
Seattle.
Understandable. You picked against them last week. You picked Packers, even though not on your pick 'em you didn't. Go ahead.
You going Frisco?
Man, of course.
I'm going 49ers as well on the road.
Nice.
I think Russell Wilson and the Seahawks take a step back this year.
They said at the
Pittsburgh.
beginning of the year too.
I do. I really think they're going to take a step
Monday
back.
Night Football. The
almost
snoozer
proved
of
it.
Monday Night Football. Pittsburgh's
Bengals.
going to lose this game
Yes.
bad.
One thing we didn't do before, I'm
Look
going
at
to get on
Bryce.
this. Right?
Bryce has this little smirk on his face.
Why is that?
Bryce has some kind of nugget. What kind of nugget do you have, Bryce?
Nugget. I don't know what you're talking about. Just that in the 9 Monday Night Football games that Ben Roethlisberger's played, he has only lost one of them.
Now to be two.
Like I said.
We didn't.
Nugget.
Something we didn't touch on in the first, in the first week was who we thought was going to be the Super Bowl in the Super Bowl. We didn't say. I think
We'll
it'd be
talk
good to
about
pick.
that later.
I'll say we could pick that.
Who do you got this game?
And then, Cincinnati. Did we really gonna pick this game?
I'm going Pittsburgh.
Really?
Yep.
So the guy that doesn't pick on the road is going to pick on the road with the Steelers
with Ben Roethlisberger.
with
Their
three
off-
injuries.
Their offense is out of sync. They've got Le'Veon Bell coming back as their starting running back.
Isaac
That's-
Redmond will start this week. Le'Veon
It's-
Bell is not going to be in this week.
Cincinnati's got this game.
I agree with him.
I'm going to Pitt.
That's it for our Week 2 preview. Be sure to check back, and we'll probably post this a little bit more later this week. But
Yeah.
for Daniel and
Sorry,
Bryce, I'm
guys.
Billy. Thanks, guys, for watching.